I'm sexy and I know it.
Hey everybody, it's me, as Allnow247 again. Who else would it be? And first off, I just want to ask you a question. And I've been meaning to ask you guys for a while, but please leave a comment saying if you want this or not. I want the other guys to commentate too. They have the capabilities to commentate something, yet they choose not to, leaving me to do everything. And I enjoy this. I love doing this, and it's not like if they make their own videos and commentate their own videos, I'm gonna do this less. I'm not going to. I'm probably gonna do it more actually. So don't think that I'm just lazy or anything. And at times I am, but don't think that I'm just want to slow down. So if you guys want them to commentate, please tell me so. But be honest. If you don't, just say no. Don't not comment. Just please say no or yes or something. So I have a little bit of backup here. A little bit just comments to help prove my point. So please do that. So I'm playing on Arkaden again. Second time. Sometimes I do post 2 maps in a row, to the same game mode, stuff like that. But I really wanted to post this just because I haven't really posted a game where I get more than 70 kills in a really long time. So I just wanted to do that. And I'm gonna kind of slow down with the MOB after MOB gameplay. I'm just gonna do MOB, Assault, Minecraft, whatever. Kind of spread it out some more. So you probably noticed that we brought part of the intro back, not the whole thing, but I kind of souped it up a bit, And for those of you who noticed that last video, you probably noticed this video that it's a different song. So I'm planning on doing a different song for every single intro, just to kind of spice it up a bit, because I was getting so annoyed of every single video I watched, just hearing the same stupid intro song. And a lot of people like this song, but it's just annoying for me. It's annoying to listen to the same thing and the same intro every single time, having to go through that whole entire thing before the video. So I cut it short. I'm going to do a different song every time, and I'm going to soup up these videos a bit more, kind of make it more interesting, kind of put something on there, something exciting. So I'm going to be planning on doing that. So we'll see how it goes. So this past week I had something called Ski Week, or Furlough Week, or Budget Cut Week, and basically what it is all the schools around my area, and maybe schools in other states or whatever, we have this week off due to budget cuts. Now my school is one of the top rated in the whole country, top rated public schools in the whole country. Let me rephrase that. So it's not like we're like a poverty stricken, underdeveloped school for unprivileged children, or anything like that. But we just have budget cuts. It's simple. State of California, they're not giving us the money, so we have to cut school about a week short. So that's basically what's happening, and I love it. I get a whole week off. So what happened was I went to Utah again, except this time I went with my little cousin and my aunt and my uncle, which had its goods and bads, I must say. So in the beginning of the week, just relaxed, did a few things, stayed over at friends' houses, stuff like that. So there's really nothing much to it. But when I went to Utah, it was pretty exciting. So I went into the airport, going to Utah, and I walked straight past the Blake Griffin from the Clippers. If you guys don't know who he is, he's the Blake Griffin from the Clippers, or the weird tall dude who looks like Humphrey, or Kim Kardashian's husband, who does the Kia commercials. So that's basically him. So I walked past him, and I walked past a few other Clippers players, and man, he is tall. He's like 6'10" or something, but he was in the snack store, the snack/magazine store, which I find pretty ironic. But I kind of find it funny how Los Angeles has 2 basketball teams, and one of them gets their own private jet, which are the Lakers, and then the other ones have to fly coach. The Clippers, they have to fly coach with the rest of us, so it's kind of funny. I mean, they weren't on my plane. I just saw them in the airport, and they were within the same amount of the same terminals. They're flying Delta, and I always fly Delta. I love Delta. So that's basically it. So yeah, I walked past him. So I got over there. And the first day, the rest of my family didn't come. It was just me, and everybody else. So we were there, and we didn't really do much. I'm trying to think of what we did. No, yeah, we didn't do much. But the second day, I get up, I go skiing with my dad. We're there, we're ready. So we're going off skiing. Oh, I ski with my sister too. And it's kind of slow at times, and I got to be a little bit more quiet. And, oh, well, you know what? She's not home. Never mind. Oh yeah. So my sister's really slow, and she snowboards. She switched to snowboarding. So I have nothing against snowboarders, unless they're complete teenage brats who just want to be cool. And there's of course the skiers out there, but I'm not gonna lie, there are more snowboarders because it's more of a trendier thing. It's more of a new thing, so that's kind of where they gravitate towards. But my sister, for that purpose, for a fashion purpose. Oh, I got so lucky right there. For a fashion purpose, she switched to snowboarding, and she is so slow at it because she's so scared of falling down and breaking something. Now, snowboarders, they break a lot more bones, or fracture a lot more bones, or pull a lot more muscles than skiers do, just because that their snowboard doesn't pop off when you fall. I mean, like I've fallen so many times in terrible falls, but I've been fine right after. I mean, usually something that could possibly kill you if you were on a snowboard, I'd be fine right after. So, basically, my sister's slow, and I'm skiing down this run. My dad and I, we ski at the same speed basically, and we're pretty fast. And then we're on the bottom of the lift, and we have to, not the lift, the run, and we have to wait for my sister to come down for like 10 minutes, and it was so boring. So the first day was terrible, or the first half of the day. So we got home, and then my little cousin's there, screaming, "They're here!" and stuff like that, because she's kind of annoying. But not all the time, but sometimes. So there we were, and she's hugging us and screaming and stuff like that. So we had to settle in, just some stuff. And we ate lunch. Not lunch. We ate dinner. Nothing big. But what happened that night is we played some categories. If you don't know what categories is, it's probably the most frustrating and fun at times game you could possibly think of. So it's basically you roll a dice with a bunch of letters on it, right? And then on the dice, you roll it, you get a letter, and then you look at your list, and your list says things like restaurant or a boy's name or something like that. And you have to name one of those items starting with that letter for like 12 items or something like that. So we had to do that, and the things that kind of like my dad and my uncle came up with were so crazy, and they had their iPads and computers out. Every single time we stopped and we went around and we told each other our answers, they would go for like 20 minutes and just kind of, I don't know. They would go for 20 minutes and they'd search it on the computer and they'd show us and they would argue and they would yell, and it was so frustrating. So categories, I hated that. So the day after, I went skiing finally by myself because my sister decided not to go snowboarding that day. So I was with my dad, which that's what I mean by myself. And I wiped out at the end so bad, but I was fine. So what happened was we're on a run, and it had a curve, so it was like a half pipe sort of thing, but it had a curve on the right side. So I decided to take it, and it was the end of our ski day, so I didn't really care if I fell or anything, but I felt pretty bad. But I didn't get hurt, luckily. But basically what happened was I flew off, and I hit. What happens? I flew off, and then I did a complete barrel roll. Going like 10 miles per hour, which is a lot when you're crashing, when your body is being flung through the air. 10 miles an hour is pretty fast. So I did a full barrel roll, and then I landed on one of my skis, but then I toppled over again, and I slid a bunch of times. So that was pretty fun. But the next day, I did it even worse. So there's this one run that I always go fast down because it's so easy. And it's pretty steep, but it's easy because it's just flat. It's groomed, and groomed basically means that they just flatten out the thing so there's no bumps or anything or thick snow. But for some reason, there was this big bump in the middle that I couldn't see because of the shadows from the trees. And I did a really, really weird accent right there. Whatever. From the shadows from the trees. So I couldn't really see it. So basically what happened was I hit that, and then I went flying yet again, and I went flying, and 40 feet it took me to stop. It took me 40 feet down the hill to stop. So what happened was I flew, and then my right... what was it called? My right foot went up to my face. It literally hit me in the face. And, I can do that with my right foot, so it didn't hurt. So I got pretty lucky. My left foot, that would have broken. I would have broken my left foot if that happened. But my right foot, I can actually touch my face with my with the bottom of my foot for some reason, with my right foot, so it didn't really hurt. But then I landed on my knees somehow, and I was sliding down on my knees in like the perfect formation for like 20 feet. You know, just on my knees. So it was actually pretty fun. But I mean, I'm so happy I didn't get hurt. But it was a pretty fun experience. So the game's about to end pretty soon. And you know, that was basically what happened in Utah. You know, I came back. Things were things. You know. So I mean, that's all I really have to talk about today. Just stuff. So yeah. So the game's over, and I figure out how many kills I get. I'm just gonna wait to see. Yeah, so we lost, you know, and, you know, I'm fine with posting games where we lose, because if I do well, you know, I honestly don't care. I don't care about my win-loss ratio. But here we go, 72 kills and 12 deaths. So, yeah, so here is our latest video, and this is kind of something I'm going to be adding on the end, so please check it out. You know, I got a lot of likes, and, you know, I'm really pleased with the feedback, so check it out. See you guys later. Bye.